okay? Hey, come here. Come here. Where is it? Your arm?
My shoulder, man.
Okay, okay. Hang on. Hang on. It's okay. Hi.
Boy, that didn't look or sound good, did it? Skiing and snowboarding are a lot of fun, but you can also get hurt. More on that later. It is winter here in Oklahoma, definitely not my favorite time of the year. When it snows, as it is this morning, there aren't any mountains to enjoy it. That's why Michelle and I make it a habit every year to take the boys to Colorado. They're all grown now, but we're still making memories there, both good ones and painful ones. Our road trip through Middle America to the mountains of Colorado goes along Kansas's Main Street, better known as I-70. Our vehicle whistles through the windswept high plains, passing by old grain silos and modern windmills. Lots of hay bales and more than a few 18-wheelers. We've taken this trip countless times, rarely stopping in a rush to see our Shangri-La. This time we paused to take in a couple of the bizarre and larger-than-life things Kansas has to offer. All right, we're just off of I-70 in Goodland, Kansas. We've driven by here many times, but we've never stopped to see the world's largest easel. There it is. Yeah, there it is, and it's big, 80 feet tall. So is a reproduction of Van Gogh's Three Sunflowers in a Vase. I hear there's another must-see roadside attraction nearby, so we hop on over to the gigantic grasshopper. We were definitely underwhelmed. Okay, seriously.
Really?
I thought it was going to be bigger.
Such a disappointment. Me too.
That's it? That's it? Okay. Reminds me of a joke. Grasshopper hops onto a bar stool. The bartender says to the grasshopper, "Do you know we have a drink named after you?" The grasshopper says, "You do? You really do? You have a drink named Steve?" She likes it. We leave Kansas with the quirky roadside attractions and bad jokes behind and head into beautiful Colorado. But the first few hours in the Centennial State look a lot like Kansas. After spending the night in Denver and picking up our son Tommy, who now lives there, we finally see those majestic mountains and continue westward and now upward on I-70. At the top of the Rockies, the nearly 1.7-mile-long Eisenhower-Johnson Tunnel, the highest vehicle tunnel in the world. We've driven through this remarkable man-made achievement so many times over the years, but never get tired of what's on the other side. Vail is an outdoor paradise and North America's biggest and most popular ski resort. And at the center of it is this alpine village in the heart of the Rocky Mountains. Vail Village, with its classic European alpine architecture, has hundreds of shops ranging from boutiques to outdoor gear to art galleries, and dozens of restaurants, all lined along heated cobblestone streets, which come in handy when it snows, and it snowed for days when we arrived. Not far away is Lions Head Village with more shops and restaurants and hotels. Convenient in-town bus routes allow you to explore both villages within a matter of minutes and constantly shuttling skiers, snowboarders, and shoppers at the same time. It's one of the only things in Vail that's free, and as you can see, it can be busy at times. This place looks like a Bavarian village, complete with a clock tower. It's truly a magical scene. To top it off, there's a river that runs through it, and occasionally a few mountain goats. The après-ski scene isn't bad either. There's plenty to see and do in Vail at night. We're here over the New Year's holiday, so Vail Village has a lot of entertainment, shopping, and eating opportunities. As you can see, I'm not the only one taking a lot of pictures. But you don't come to Vail in the winter to hang out in the village. You come to the mountains to ski. The snow here is arguably the best in the world, and this week it's fantastic. We wake up several mornings to temperatures well below zero and fresh snow. The views outside our condo are magical, and some days it doesn't stop snowing. It has all the ingredients for a perfect week on the slopes.
The snow wind is coming down.
Even these avalanche rescue dogs are enjoying it. They come ready to work and play. And so do we. Skiing has always been an important part of our family. Our three boys learned to ski barely after they started to walk. It all began more than 30 years ago with a blind date with a ski instructor. Michelle loves to ski. I'll admit she's pretty good, and she'll be the first to agree.
Reminds me of a joke. How do you know when a ski instructor walks into a room? Don't worry, she'll tell you. That's a good one.
We even had this made just for her by a local hat company called Ski Town All Stars.
Yes, I was a ski instructor at one time. I made like $2.50 an hour, and I was hungry every day.
But with the pleasure sometimes comes pain. Like me, my boys videoed just about everything. That's son Jacob on a snowboard. You don't see his younger brother Tommy because he's holding the camera riding another snowboard in front to get the perfect shot. What happens next happens every day to someone on the mountain. On this day, it happens to one of my boys.
Hey, come here. Come here. Where is it? Your arm?
My shoulder, my head.
Okay. Hang on. It's okay.
Where is it, the back or the front?
His shoulders popped out right now. We just called the ski patrol. They're coming. We love you, bud.
Tommy loses control and crashes and doesn't get up. This time it's Jacob with the camera showing the ski patrol tending to his brother's injury. We won't know how bad it is until he's taken to the hospital.
There you go. There we go. All right. Pull off the head, then I'll slip off. Okay. Slip off of there.
Oh my God.
It's as bad as it looks. The diagnosis is a grade 5 separation of the shoulder. Tommy will undergo surgery and then months of rehabilitation. That was a year ago, and now Tommy is back on the slopes. While he's traded his snowboard for skis, he's still Tommy, as daring as ever.
GoPro, stop recording.
Skiing is hard work, walking in uncomfortable boots, standing in crowded buses, waiting in long lines, and occasionally in below zero weather like this week.
Do we look cold? It's freezing out!
So why do we do it? It's great exercise, good camaraderie, the scene is fantastic and peaceful, And at the end of the day, there's no better feeling.
It's cold.
My wife may be a better skier, okay, a lot better skier, but I'm a pretty good hiker. Whenever in the Rockies, I'm always looking for a good hike, no matter the season or weather. This year, I took a couple days off from skiing to hike on my own.
It is so beautiful and peaceful and cold out here. No one out here, just me and whatever animals are still around not hibernating. I'm up a trail called Game Creek out in a mid-turn. It snowed all week here, and this is one of the first days of it hasn't snowed. So there's a lot of snow on the ground. I'm in the shadows right now. Hopefully we'll break out into some sunshine soon and get some good pictures.
I really don't know where I'm headed, just up. The trail starts out steep, and for hours, all I hear are the sounds of my heavy breathing and boots in the snow.
So far, I have not needed snowshoes because the trail is pretty well packed and well marked, but these came in handy. There's many spikes. You gotta have those up here. Good traction.
Today is a cold but sunny day. Hopefully I'll get to see the sun if I get out of this canyon. It snowed a couple feet this week, and the trees and rocks carry a heavy load. I quickly discover it's important to stay alert and watch my step.
To give you an idea how deep the snow is here, I stepped off the path just by a couple feet. And it went down to my knees. Snow is deep here.
As I continue up the trail, I can only imagine how many other adventurers have walked here and witnessed nature's beauty, season after season, generation after generation.
Well, I'm not the first one here. Jonas, whoever, was here in 2008. All right. So I'm not a pioneer.
More than 2 hours into the hike, and I still haven't seen anyone else, not a soul. Doubts and second guesses creep into my head as I walk on. Where am I going? Is it a dumb idea to be out here all alone? Do some bears wake up early and hungry during hibernation looking for a hearty meal? Stupid stuff like that.
Well, as you can see, I've hit the sunshine. It's beautiful up here, but I think this is the end of my hike for the day. The snow is getting deeper, and I need snowshoes, and I don't have those. So I think I'll call it a day and head on back down. But it's been a nice hike. It's beautiful up here. See, what did I tell you? Gorgeous.
The hike down is always easier and faster than the hike up, and I see people for the first time, cross-country skiers and snowshoers. That's a good feeling. I'm tired and hungry as a bear. Okay, that's probably a poor choice of words, but I'm looking forward to getting off the trail and down the mountain.
Made it back to the car. That's always a good thing. Didn't get lost. That hike was about 3.5 hours. Beautiful hike. Saw about 8 people, a couple of them snowshoers, the rest were skiers. That's all. Usually I like a reward at the end of a hike, like a beautiful lake or a gorgeous mountain scenery. Didn't see that today. The journey was a reward. It was a good day, beautiful day. Any day and you're in the mountains, it's a good day.
There are so many great hikes around Vail, and you don't have to climb a mountain to enjoy the beautiful outdoors. On another day, I walked the Gore Valley Trail just outside of Vail Village, the same trail I ride a bike on during the summer. The bikes may be beefier, but you can still ride in the winter. I see a lot of people on skis. It's hard but rewarding work. You definitely don't need a gym membership around here. And the scenery is stunning.
That reminds me of a joke. These two blondes are out for a hike, or maybe two Texans, and they come across some tracks. One says to the other, "I think those are elephant tracks." And the other says, "No, they're not elephant tracks, they're rabbit tracks." Well, they argue for about 10 minutes until they get hit by a train. I love that.
Our time in Vail has come to an end, and we head down the road and leave the marvelous mountains behind us and the endless flatlands ahead. It's a long trip back to Oklahoma. Plenty of time to relive our memories of another great trip.